Hey guys, Aqua Duelist here. So yesterday I posted my Dinomist deck, turbo deck profile, and I actually have a interesting, comment on there. It's kind of like a theory and question that this guy has. Um, and I want to explain the deck, pretty much and answer this person's questions because I do feel like some people who are watching this or who do watch the Dinomist deck profiles I have don't completely get kind of understand the deck or kind of like see the deck or not see the deck kind of like understand what I do with it or like how I play with it. So basically, if you do notice in the Dinomist deck profile that got uploaded yesterday, link in the description below. We only run 12 Dinomist monsters, 3 Plethos, 3 Spinos, 3 Paterans, and 3 Ceratops. That's pretty small for a Dinomist lineup. Because the reason why I only run those is just because they're the only ones that are really necessary for this build. And we do also run the 3, charge to help get them. But looking at the name, you're probably thinking we just turbo those guys out, which is kind of, it's half true. Mainly with the deck, the main purpose is we essentially turbo out we essentially make Skuldred without Pendulum Summoning, and then we get the Skuldred out, we then Pendulum Summon a bunch of monsters. Hopefully, usually we do get the some of the Dinomist monsters out, and then the idea is we XYZ summon for Cyber Dragon Infinity, Bahamut Shark and Toad, and essentially any other XYZs or a third XYZ, which is easier now with excuse me, Constellar Zubin Schmale, and essentially we make a bunch of XYZs. That's really what this deck does. Because essentially the Infinity is a negate, Bahamut Shark is or the totally awesome we get off Bahamut Shark is a negate, and I am not running hand traps, but we do run the can't think of strikes right now, which might change. But essentially we get those two guys out and a third XYZ depending on what we're playing against. That's basically what the deck does. Now, going off this comment, I'm actually just going to read it really quick. This comment is by StupidNinja119, and this comment says, with Heartland Draco, if you go into time, you won't be able to enter the battle phase to attack, ? And if you're timing it so that you enter the battle phase when time is called, surely just attacking with Spinos is better, ? All this is just theory crafting, mind you. Haven't tried using it myself, but I can't see its application over something like Cowboy, which gives you the damage in MP1, main phase 1, or some other rank 4 like Ragnar Zero for targeting destruction, assuming Plethos is on the board, and then draw a card, or Castell for bouncing. Okay, so the first thing they said about looking at it here, I'm going to try to pick this comment apart and answer each part of it. With Heartland Draco, if you go into time, you won't be able to enter the battle phase and attack. And if you're timing it so that you enter the battle phase when time is called, surely isn't attacking with Spinos the better option. Okay, so for this question right here, this part of the comment right here, we're not trying to go into time with Heartland Draco at all. And the thing is, yes, if I did go into time, I would try, if that was the case where it's in my battle phase, attacking with Spinos would be better. However, though, the way this deck plays, we don't really keep our Dinomists on the field. That's not really what we do. We essentially more go into the XYZs. If I did decide and wanted to, if I took out the strikes for what's the card I'm thinking of? Limit removal. I would just go for Game of Spinos right there. As when I originally played board control, that won me every game. Like, no one saw that coming, and it was the funniest thing. I didn't understand it. And another thing too with that, like I said, we're not trying to go into time during the battle phase. However, though, StupidNinja119, I feel like there's one thing you're forgetting, and that's Volcasaurus. If time was called, I would go into Volcasaurus, and essentially, use his effects, blow up some of my opponent controls, and burn them for some damage. Now, that's essentially in a way my replacement for Gaga Cowboy, which I'm gonna get to in a minute though. So continuing with the comment, this is all just theory crafting, mind you. I haven't tried using it myself, but I can't see this application going over something like Gaga Cowboy, which gives you the damage in main phase 1, or other rank 4, like Ragnar 0 for targeting instruction, assuming Plethos on the board and draw a card, or Castel for bouncing. Okay, so first of all, the reason why I'm not running Gaga Cowboy anymore is because I don't know if you keep up with someone called Trish, or a channel called Triff Gaming. I used to at one point. And essentially what happened is Steven Trifnowski got banned, got a year ban, because in one of his deck profile videos, he mentioned, at like, I think a YCS or something he was at the time. He went into time and did, Gaga Cowboy for game, burned him for 800, and like just did a joke about it, something like that, and, he got a year ban for that. For playing Gaga Cowboy in time. And Konami essentially just banned him for cheating and essentially said they didn't really like that play. So that's why I'm not running Gaga Cowboy, and you're probably gonna ask me, but I'm not at any YCSs right now. We do have a Konami judge who shows up at our locals. And I don't want to ruin my chances of going to a YCS because this guy sees me play Gaga Cowboy at a locals or something, and then same thing happens. Like, I'm not risking that. I'm not going to risk that at all. Just not taking the chances. Now for Ragnar 0. The reason why we don't play Ragnar 0 in the deck is just because we don't really keep our Dinomist on the field. We're pretty much going into more bigger, stronger monsters that are XYZs. Stuff that can kind of essentially do a little more, the reason why I'm not running Castel, I actually just didn't think of Castel at the time, when I, put Heartland Draco in. I essentially put my voice cracked a little. I put Heartland Draco in there, not just for time, or not because of the time rules, just because if my opponent's attack got low enough, it would be a way to, and they have like a board loaded or something, or a full field, essentially just a way to kind of steal games, for essentially when I can't access Spinos. So in a way, it's sort of a backup Spinos that is slightly easier to go into. That's the whole point of Heartland Draco. I hope your questions kind of got answered. Hopefully you guys see a little bit more into the deck. We're just essentially going crazy with the XYZ, with Field Swarm, and making the XYZs, because I honestly feel like in this turbo build, the XYZs are more the bread and butter of the deck. You could do, you could do the little Plethos and Spinos thing, which isn't bad, I mean, I think they're both really amazing monsters. It's just, you know, starting out, I'd really want to make Infinity and Bahamut Shark and get those two negates out first, before I go into or before I make my Pletheuses. So, but yeah. So thank you guys for watching. For those of you who do watch, for those of you who are watching, I hope you guys understand the deck a little bit better. Stupid Ninja 119. I hope I answered all your questions. If you have any more questions, go ahead and drop a comment, man. But thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of my content. I do 4 or 5 videos a week. Make sure you hit that notification button so you get notified when my videos come out. Thank you guys for watching.